Welcome to TaleVirtue, where every story touches the heart and inspires the soul. Join us on a journey of wisdom, kindness, and timeless life lessons, because one story can change everything.
Once upon a time, in a quiet mountain village, there lived a wise old man named Mr. Leon. People from far and wide would come to him for advice. His small wooden house, surrounded by tall pine trees and singing birds, was always filled with visitors seeking wisdom. One morning, a young man named Ryan Parker, a successful businessman from the city, came to visit Mr. Leon. Ryan was intelligent, rich, and confident, but he was also deeply unhappy. His life was full of stress, overthinking, and constant competition. When he entered Mr. Leon's house, he immediately began speaking. "Mr. Leon, I've read so many books, attended countless seminars, and listened to hundreds of motivational talks, yet I feel empty inside. I can't find peace. Please tell me, what's wrong with me?" The old man smiled gently and said, "Would you like a cup of tea first?" Ryan nodded impatiently. Mr. Leon began pouring tea into Ryan's cup. He poured and poured until the tea overflowed, spilling onto the table and Ryan's hands. Ryan jumped up in shock. "Hey, stop! The cup is full! It can't take any more!" Mr. Leon looked into his eyes and said softly, "Exactly! You are just like this cup, too full of your own thoughts, opinions, and knowledge. How can I teach you something new if your mind is already full?" Ryan froze. That single sentence hit him like lightning. Ryan drove back to his hotel in silence. Mr. Leon's words echoed in his mind again and again. "How can I teach you something new if your mind is already full?" Ryan realized his problem. His mind was constantly filled with stress, plans, regrets, and fear of failure. He was never truly empty. He was always thinking, analyzing, and worrying. That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept asking himself, "What does it mean to empty my mind? Does it mean to forget everything, or to stop thinking?" The next morning, Ryan returned to the old man's house. Mr. Leon greeted him with a warm smile. "You came back quickly. I see you're curious." Ryan nodded. "Sir, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. Please teach me how to empty my mind." Mr. Leon walked Ryan to a peaceful lake near the mountains. The air was fresh, and the only sound was the wind brushing through the trees. "Sit down," said the old man. "Close your eyes. Now tell me what you hear." Ryan closed his eyes. "I hear birds, the water, and the wind." "Good," said Mr. Leon. "Now tell me what you feel." Ryan paused. "I feel the ground beneath me, the air on my skin, the sunlight." "Good," said Mr. Leon again. "Now tell me what you think." He tried to focus, but his mind started racing about work, emails, clients, his next project. "I'm thinking about everything," he said with frustration. "I can't stop my thoughts." Mr. Leon smiled. "That's because you've never trained your mind to be still. The mind is like a river. If you let it flow on its own, it becomes wild and noisy. But when you learn to observe it quietly, it becomes calm. Ryan frowned. But how do I stop thinking? You don't stop it. You observe it. You watch your thoughts like clouds in the sky. You don't chase them. You just let them pass. Ryan tried again. He sat silently for 10 minutes. His thoughts came and went about his past mistakes, future fears, and what people thought of him. But slowly, something started changing. He began to notice his thoughts without reacting to them. For the first time in years, he felt a strange kind of peace. Days passed. Every morning, Ryan would visit Mr. Leon and practice sitting silently by the lake. At first, it felt boring. His mind screamed for distraction. But the more he practiced, the quieter his thoughts became. One day, Mr. Leon handed him a small mirror. "Look into this mirror," said the old man. "What do you see?" Ryan said, "My face." "Now shake it," said Mr. Leon, and Ryan's reflection became blurry. "Can you see yourself clearly?" asked Mr. Leon. "No, the image is disturbed." Mr. Leon nodded. "That's what happens when your mind is full of noise, anger, fear, ego, and worry. The reflection of life becomes unclear. But when the mind is still, life reflects clearly, like calm water." Ryan looked at the mirror again and smiled. "So, I must calm my mind to see life clearly?" "Exactly. When your mind is empty, it becomes a mirror that reflects truth." Mr. Leon decided to take Ryan for a long walk up the mountain. The path was steep and rocky. Ryan, used to elevators and air-conditioned offices, began to sweat and pant. "Why are we climbing this mountain?" he asked. Mr. Leon replied calmly, "Because true wisdom is not found in comfort. You must leave behind your comfort zone to find your peace." Halfway up, Ryan stopped, exhausted. "I can't go any further," he said. Mr. Leon looked at him and said, "Do you want to rest, or do you want to rise?" Those words hit Ryan's heart. He gathered his strength and kept climbing. When they reached the top, the view was breathtaking. The entire valley below was covered in mist, the rising sun painting the sky golden. Ryan felt something shift inside him. "It's beautiful," he whispered. Mr. Leon smiled. "Do you see what happens when you keep going, even when it's hard? The mind works the same way. You must climb above your doubts to see the beauty of life." Ryan nodded slowly. He was beginning to understand. A few weeks later, Ryan was sitting by the lake again when his phone rang. It was a call from his company. His business partner had made a big mistake that cost them thousands of dollars. Old Ryan would have panicked, but this time he took a deep breath and observed his emotions. Anger, fear, anxiety, all rising inside him like waves. He didn't react. He just watched. After a few minutes, the storm inside him settled. He smiled. "I finally understand," he said to himself. "Emptying the mind doesn't mean forgetting life. It means facing it without fear." When he told Mr. Leon about this, the old man said,
Exactly, Ryan. When your mind is empty, you can see clearly. You can make decisions with wisdom, not emotion. You become free. Months passed. Ryan decided it was time to return to the city. Before leaving, he visited Mr. Leon one last time. "Sir, you've changed my life, but what if I go back and the noise of the world fills my mind again?" Mr. Leon smiled. "Then, empty it again." Ryan laughed softly. "That's it? That's it. Just like you take a shower to clean your body every day, you must clean your mind too. Each morning, empty your thoughts. Each night, let go of your worries. That's how peace is maintained." Ryan bowed deeply. "Thank you, Mr. Leon. You've changed my life." Mr. Leon placed a hand on his shoulder. "Remember, Ryan, an empty mind is not a weak mind. It's a free mind."
When Ryan returned to the city, everyone noticed a change in him. He smiled more, spoke less, and worked calmly. His employees felt inspired just being around him. One day, his assistant asked, "Sir, what happened to you in that village? You seem so different." Ryan smiled. "I emptied my mind." The assistant looked confused. "Empty? Doesn't that mean having no thoughts?" Ryan chuckled. "No, it means having space for the right thoughts." He explained, "When your mind is full of stress, anger, and fear, you can't think clearly. But when it's empty and peaceful, creativity flows, ideas come naturally, and life feels lighter." Over time, Ryan's company grew even more successful. But this time, he didn't chase success. He simply worked with focus and peace. Years later, Ryan began giving motivational talks. People from across the country came to hear his message. He would begin every talk with the same story about Mr. Leon, the teacup, and the overflowing mind. "When your cup is full, nothing new can enter," he would say. "You must empty your mind to learn, grow, and truly live." One young man asked him, "But how do we empty our minds in this noisy world?" Ryan smiled and shared 3 lessons he learned from Mr. Leon. Observe, don't react. When you feel angry, anxious, or afraid, don't fight your emotions. Just observe them. They will pass like clouds. Live in the moment. Don't let your past define you or your future scare you. Peace lives only in the present. Let go every day. Every night before sleeping, forgive yourself and others. Release your worries. Empty your mind and you'll wake up refreshed. The audience would sit in silence, deeply touched by his words. Ryan ended his talks with a simple quote from Mr. Leon. "The fullest life belongs to the emptiest mind." One spring morning, Ryan received a letter. It was from the mountain village. Mr. Leon had passed away peacefully at the age of 92. Ryan felt tears in his eyes. He decided to visit the village one last time. When he arrived, he found Mr. Leon's house empty, but it felt alive with peace. On the table was a note in Mr. Leon's handwriting. "Dear Ryan, if you're reading this, it means I've left this world. Remember, Life is like the breath. You inhale knowledge, but you must exhale ego. Keep your cup empty. Keep your mind free. Keep your heart open. Ryan closed his eyes and smiled through his tears. He sat by the same lake where it all began. The birds sang, the water shimmered, and the wind whispered through the trees. He whispered, "Thank you, Mr. Leon. I understand now." Years passed. Ryan grew older, but his peace only deepened. He spent his later years teaching young people the art of stillness, the power of an empty mind. One evening, a young woman named Emma visited him. She was just like he once was, ambitious, stressed, and lost. She said, "Sir, I've tried everything to find peace, but my mind won't stop. Please help me." Ryan smiled, the same gentle smile Mr. Leon once gave him. "Would you like a cup of tea?" he asked. Emma nodded, and he began to pour tea into her cup. He poured and poured until it overflowed. "Hey, the cup is full!" Emma shouted. Ryan looked into her eyes and said softly, "Exactly. You are just like this cup." Emma froze and smiled slowly. The circle had completed itself. That night, Ryan sat on his porch, watching the stars. He realized something profound. All his life, he had been chasing fullness of success, knowledge, and status. But peace had come only when he embraced emptiness. He whispered to himself, "An empty mind is not the absence of thoughts, it's the presence of peace." He closed his eyes, breathing deeply. In that moment, he felt connected to everything: the sky, the trees, the earth. His heart was full because his mind was finally empty. Moral of the story: in life, we often fill our minds with too much worry, judgment, fear, ego, and noise. We believe that knowing more, doing more, and having more will make us happy. But true peace doesn't come from addition, it comes from subtraction. When you empty your mind, you open space for wisdom, creativity, and calm. When you let go, you grow. So, the next time life feels heavy, remember this: your cup might be too full. Empty it and see the beauty that flows in.